Recently, Goose, a very good friend of mine, asked, how do I use my colors and if I could teach them my method. I was very honored, but I feared I only knew a little bit about color theory at the time. However, I didn't want to let them down, so with the help of my family, this awesome group, tutorials, and tea, lots of tea, they have helped to make this video possible, so thank you all so much. Welcome to Color Life. Before we begin, there is this very helpful tip I learned from Bayleaf about digital art. Before you start coloring a subject, make sure the background is a darker color. This is because it provides contrast, which makes it easier to pick colors that stand out more than using a white background. It also reduces some eye strain, which is another plus. This first step has helped me so much, so thank you to Bailey for teaching me that. When I'm using colors, I will make them a tad saturated while still holding a soft look to them. For example, in my friend Heather's words, they are pastel coated, but way more saturated. Saturation means how intense a color can be from its hue. Where it's marked yellow, that's where the highest of saturation is, and blue, where it's lowest or none at all, and green is somewhere between. However, there are times when I'll add values to them because it helps the colors stand out better in contrast. Value is another key element when it comes to art. It's how light or dark a color is on the color wheel. Take the eyes of my persona, for example, and notice how the colors in the area have a darker value to the rest. Similarly to the outlines, I'll make the values darker. This can help the spots stand out more and create a focal point for the viewer. This method could be very good for adding depth such as lighting and shadows. How I light and shade things is with the help of transparency levels. What I'll do is make a new layer and lower the transparency levels a bit to where I'm comfortable with. The colors I use for shading tend to be the same that I use for outlines, and for lighting, it's a lighter shade of the area it's covering. Sometimes I'll blur them, but not all the time. Another thing about the outlines is that sometimes I'll change the hue too, but only when it's needed. These words are very helpful for picking out great colors, but personally, I go with my gut and choose what feels right most of the time. When doing so, you're testing your creativity on what works or doesn't work, live in the moment. Though, don't forget to check afterwards with the helpful tips, just in case there's things that needed polishing. For example, when I was working on this drawing for my persona, I chose some colors that didn't have strong enough values from each other. What helped me to know this was by grayscaling the drawing. For me, I used the Photos app to do this, and I'll see which spots need some editing. This is before, and this is after the changes. Now the drawing is a bit better. Another thing that helps me at times is using the color picker tool. After picking from the reference I'm using, I'll either keep it as it is or relatively close to. Or what I like to do mostly is to modify and edit it to my style of coloring, like picking up the saturation or moving the value scale. This helps me to get an idea on where the hue I'm looking for is on the color wheel. Though, I think sometime soon I should challenge myself by limiting the use of the color picker, at least once in a while. But don't get me wrong, I still believe it is a very helpful tool, generally, as it has helped me with my project so far, and hopefully as time continues on. O-O-U-U-T-T-R-R. Oh. I still have a long way to go when it comes to anything color theory related. But balancing between own intuition and basic building about colors can hopefully continue to grow when we use them to our own advantages. Try not to think too hard on it like I've done, just never give up. Let me know if you have any further questions down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to keep on creating.